Hello Taurus, Elsie here to drop a read for you, my bull gang. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so much already just by clicking here. I'm going to do some oracle read today. We're going to do a 9-card oracle read, and then we're going to clarify with some tarot. If you are interested, my friends, in a private read, please look in the description. There's a sale, 10% off all my reads. I think that's all the blah blah I've got for you. Here we go. Yes, you need a code from the description. Look around the flowered area there. 10% off everything over at Wizio. Okay, let's figure out. It's all falling apart already. What's going on? All right, it's time to go, Taurus. Get out. Go. It's time to go. What else do we have for Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, I don't time or date these ones. You'll just find it when you need it. Please make sure that the bell, by the way, if you hit the bell and you'll know when I'm uploading, but it might come to you that way. But whenever you find this read, it may resonate. We have Imagine. You know what? It's like I don't read these cards in the reverse, but then it comes out and immediately I get a message and I have to keep it in reverse. It's like you cannot even imagine. That's what I heard. You cannot even imagine what's going to happen once you decide to hit that trail, to decide to go, to disconnect from whatever it is that is not for you. I feel like somebody's running away from something. Like, I don't think you're trying to avoid things, but I think that you're disconnecting, or you are leaving something in the past once and for all. You can't even imagine what is on the other side of that door. Fork in the road. Look at this. Taurus, I think you've made it to some sort of pinnacle decision. That's what it feels like. We've got orphaned. Why? Clean it up. I feel like you're no longer feeling like an orphan. I think you're building blocks. I think you're building yourself. That's what it feels like. You're cleaning it up. Look, I'm sorry about this orphan energy, because some of you truly are the orphan. You either don't have any family left, or you came to this country and left your family behind. Or maybe you're someone who has distanced themselves from family because it's just toxic. It happens. It happens, y'all. But I think that every one of the things that have happened here is building you to what you are right now. All the building blocks are in place, my friend. Now all you got to do is thrive. All right. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Tell me more about Taurus. All right. It is time, my friend. It's time for you to let that thing go, to leave that job, to get out of that relationship. It's time to go. It's divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. You can't even imagine the blessings of divine timing. When you're listening, what's this? It's stressing you out. Look, I feel like it's hard to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of. You can let me know in the comments if you want to. You don't have to. But it could be a person, a relationship. It could be a set of ideas or ideals. It could be tradition. Like maybe you just don't even want to deal with it anymore. Whatever it is, it's something that you're leaving. Ooh, twin flame is the fork in the road. What's this? Look, y'all, I use this deck enough. You've seen it before, right? And honestly, this twin flame card, it does not come out a lot. It doesn't. I've probably seen it since I've been using it, probably a couple of years. Maybe it's come out 5 times. We have a spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. The fork in the road. Something that you're about to do, you're about to disconnect from something, or leave a situation or a job or a relationship. You can't even imagine what's coming up. The fork in the road is here. It feels like there is some sort of a twin flame waiting at the fork in the road. But you know what? A lot of you will just step right by because you're not ready, right? And it's okay not to be ready. You'll come back again, and you'll come back again, and you'll find each other in every lifetime. That's what twin flames do. They sometimes don't end up together at the end of it all, because the purpose, you don't know You don't know what part of the process you're in. You don't know how many times you got to come back here and the wisdom you got to gain in order to be able to have a twin flame. I think people think they are supposed to order one off Amazon and that's why they're supposed to have one. But I'm telling you that you're going to win the Powerball 3 times in this life before you even get a twin flame. Like, it's that rare. It's that rare, y'all. All right. Bottom of the deck, we've got resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, and healing past trauma. You know what? Healing past trauma is what your twin flame helps you do. And they don't help you do it face to face. They're going to piss you off and say something terrible, and you're going to be mad, and there's going to be a split, and you guys aren't going to talk to each other, but you're still going to learn the lesson because your twin flame is the one sent here to trigger you, but not going to be around to see the fallout. They're not going to be around while you're going through all the terrible, awful stuff. Because that's not their purpose. Their purpose is to trigger you, to hold up the mirror, let you see yourself, and then carry on with their lives. And then leave you in this energy of not knowing what to do with it. You got to figure out what to do with it. All right. We've got the voyage. We've got the flow is in the reverse. Interesting it comes up here, right? Because you can't imagine you're in stress and you're not in the flow. And then we have the release here. But you will be in the flow if you can learn to release. Just going to move things back. Hopefully nothing falls off the desk. Need a little bit more room. There we go. Good. All right. Bottom of the deck we have truth. Oh, we're upside down here. Truth and relaxation. Somebody is trying to release the twin flame. And look, it's so rare that you're going to end up with your twin flame. Some people are just, you might be one of the people who are just going to release that situation because it's too hard. Y'all, if you're not ready for these lessons, it's too hard. It is. And it's okay. It's okay if it's too hard. You're just not ready. It doesn't mean anything other than that. You just don't have the wisdom yet. So we have illumination, relaxation, and truth. So I feel like somebody does figure out some sort of a truth. You're at the fork in the road where you're about ready to cut your twin flame out, or you're about ready to finally turn your back and release this person once and for all. Woo! Where did that come from? What's going on? Taurus, what is going on? Okay, what are we using here? Okay. I always think I have the right deck and then I'm corrected. Alrighty. Here we go. Tell me what we're talking about here. Why is it time to go? Taurus, where are you going? Why is it time to go? Got card number 45, by the way, which is a 9. You've been thinking about this for a while. This is not something that you've come to as a quick decision. You've been thinking about this for years, possibly. Letting this person go. Going over the details, being very slow and honest with yourself. Oof. There's the Tower. It's a realization, y'all. It comes in like a wrecking ball. Yeah. It's a realization that I can't do this anymore. Thing is, you can't even imagine the beautiful things that are coming to you. Imagine's in the reverse. Also, it's card number 20, which is the Judgment card. So it feels like there is some sort of a inability to resurrect. Inability for the reconciliation. Inability to resurrect the situation. Tell me more. King of Swords. There's something. Pardon me. Taurus, there is something that you're going to find out, information that's going to come to you. It's going to stare you in the face and you're going to hate it. Yep. It's what's going to make you finally, whatever information is coming to you, someone is going to say something to you that's really sharp and harsh and honest and truthful, honestly. So you're going to feel terrible about this. There's no question. There's an upheaval and a change here. It's like a change of mind, or you have a realization when somebody says something to you that you got to go. I got to disconnect. I'm done with this stuff. I can't do this anymore. There's going to be either some sharp communication. Yeah, feels like sharp communication. Page of Swords. There it is. There's the message. So there's some sort of sharp communication that comes in. And I want to say that it's not intended to hurt you. Please know that. It's not intended to hurt you. Please also know that it's the byproduct of a decision that's being made. 2 swords. And it feels like you don't want to hear it. There's Virgo, by the way. We were just talking about Virgo being that card up front there. Card number 9. The upheaval and the change comes when the message is received. And it's going to be very honest and truthful, and therefore I think it's probably going to hurt you. It's coming from someone who has been watching you, or someone who has been trying to figure you out from a distance. It feels like some knowledge is coming to the surface, knowledge that you didn't have before. This is divine timing, my friend. It's supposed to happen this way. And it's going to send you on a voyage of healing, I believe. Because I think that right here, you're kind of not, it feels like you're really not in this energy of, it's like you really can't imagine. Do you know what I mean? You really can't imagine how beautiful it would be without this person. I mean, and I don't think this is a bad person. I think that this person is just someone who is not on the same healing path as you. And that's what'll happen when you'll meet this person. They feel like a twin, but they're not ready for you. And you can't make them ready for you. They may not be ready for 5 lifetimes yet. You don't know where they are in their healing, and that's why you're counseled not to wait. So the divine timing here, I feel like everything does have a higher purpose, and I think that this information that comes to you is the higher purpose. Okay, hang on. What are we doing now? Okay. So I'm supposed to clarify this tower here. Just find another deck. All right. What's the information that comes in, please? What does Taurus need to know? What sort of information comes in for Taurus, please? What is this message, and why is it a tower? Somebody who had been standing their ground, Taurus, with the Empress. That's you. You had been standing your ground as well. So I think that this message comes in because you're not the one who's returning. Like, you're not the one who's reaching out first, which is what the Empress will do, right? Empress will stand her ground and wait for somebody to contact her. I say her because of woman on the card, but please understand that this woman's body has both masculine and feminine energies. If you are the masculine or the feminine leaning energy, if you are the woman, you're going to be the one who possibly is has children or was wanting to have children. You're the one who's full of abundance, regardless of whether it's children or money or whatever it is. Yeah, the Empress is Taurus and Libra. 10 of Pentacles. Taurus, I think somebody's about to call you and tell you that they're in a long-term relationship. Look, I don't know why they would call you and tell you that, but it might be that maybe they heard through friends that you want to speak with them, or whatever it is. This person, somebody here, feels a need to step up to you in swords. They could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They don't have to be, but Scorpionic energy with that Aries energy or that Aquarius energy does not give me a good feeling. This person's coming in to do this. Look, I already told you. You know what I mean? That's what that energy feels like. I already told you, and I'm not going to tell you again. You're holding out for the long-term relationship, but this person's coming in to tell you something different. I think they're coming in to tell you that they're in a relationship already. All right. Everything happens for a purpose. It's going to send you on a voyage. That's the job of the twin flame. Yep. To cause upheaval and change, and then leave you to put the pieces back together again. That's your whole purpose for being here. Hang on. Oh, there we go. There you are. It's gonna put you up in your head. I don't blame you. I'm sorry, friend. If this is your reading, I hope that's not going on with you. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. You don't know how you're going to pull forward. You don't know how you're going to push forward. It feels like this is a doozy of a message. That's what it feels like. And we have the Strength in reverse, so you automatically go into inner strength. Yes, the voyage of inner strength, trying to understand the situation. It feels like you don't know how you're going to pull out of this. You don't know how you're going to push forward, Taurus. The Eight of Swords is here. It feels like you feel imprisoned in this place where you're standing here holding the pentacle, waiting for someone to come get it. And I think that you thought this person was coming to get it, but they're not. Now, that being said, I'm getting the feeling from the King of Swords that the King of Swords is coming in to be honest with you, because it feels like they have feelings for you. I want to say they're coming in and saying to you, look, I'm in a relationship. Can you please just not text me? Can you please just not, you know what I mean? Like, for some reason, I feel like that's the kind of energy there. I want to say that this thing is supposed to end this way. And it doesn't, when we say endings, endings are beginnings. Look, it doesn't have to end forever. Maybe one day you two will be on the same vibration and be able to be together, but I don't know that that time is now. Things have to end in order for other things to begin. We got the card number 20 is under here. You can't imagine, right? With the imagine in the reverse, you can never even imagine what's going to come up for you after you do decide to finally pull away and close this chapter. Look, it's not ending fun. It's not fun. No, it's terrible and awful and deceitful. And I thought you were my friend. You put a knife in my back. Like, it feels terrible. I'm sorry if you have to go through that. It says cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. I like that. So you got plans? Cancel your plans. It's time for you to look at where your flow is, I feel. Yeah. Good. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we have stress and we have the flow. The flow's in the reverse because it almost feels like you're trying to make it work. You're trying to force it. That's what it feels like. Feminine or masculine, be mad at me in the comments, but that's what the flow is. When the flow comes up in reverse, it means you're not going with the flow. You're pushing against the current. So you're trying to make something happen here, which makes me think that maybe somebody has been waiting for another person to come and say, look, I want this long-term relationship. And although, because I think you are the Empress and you want it, I don't think this person wanted it. Or if they do, they're in another relationship, and it's almost like they feel like, it feels like, and this is the issue with the twin flame thing, right? It feels like they are in a relationship, but they know that it's not the forever relationship, because they keep getting, like, their energy is attached to you. So it's almost like somebody comes in with a sharp tongue and says, look, this is the last time I'm going to tell you, but they know you're the twin flame. They know that's why they're coming to you and speaking to you, because they're trying to make you think that they don't want any of this with you. Because they really do want their relationship to work, whatever relationship it is that they're in. It looks like it's based on a lot of money. It could be on pentacles, material goods, that kind of thing. So their person could be someone who's quite wealthy, or maybe they are. Take it as it resonates. So I want to say that after this, like, you thought it was divine timing. You thought everything was gonna work out. The thing is, divine timing doesn't mean everything works out in your favor. It means everything works out as it should. So divine timing is here. And it feels like you don't know how you're going to move forward here. Yeah. Inner strength. Going on the voyage of self. All right. So the stress here, I feel, is moving away. Look at that. It's disconnecting. That's the hard part, because you can't fully disconnect from a twin, right? And the hard part is moving forward or moving on or getting yourself unstuck. It's time to rely on what you know spiritually, in your religious beliefs. It's time for you to meditate, to be honest with yourself, to do the traditional things that you do for yourself when you have been wounded. This feels like a wound, like a gaping wound. Yeah. So we have Taurus moving on, right? Moving on to be the Empress. Look, the reason you're the Empress is because your twin flame is too much of a flake to come forward. And if they come forward just to teach you another lesson, and then they're gone. But it all brings you to here. You're the building blocks that we saw on the bottom of this deck, right? Yeah. So the Empress is here. It's the center of the reading. Look, it's the heart of the matter is you. You need to pull away from this ending, this sadness here. And you need to follow your spiritual path. or meditate more, or follow your religious path, or pray more, or maybe read your scripture, or whatever it is that you do, that the way that you connect with your spirituality or your religious self and the person that you connect with, your source, right? Because I feel like what you need to do is get out of the doorway and into the flow. You need to stop being in the doorway trying to hold on to people from leaving your life. Because it just causes you more pain, right? It causes you to hang on sword after sword after sword. It's like a slow, inevitable death. Yeah. Inevitability because the Tower's here. Tell me about the flow. So we got the flow, which brings us the death card. It's transformation. I love it. The death card, transformation, and the 5 of wands. It's like you're beating yourself up about this deep connection. It's almost like you're feeling like you weren't enough, couldn't be enough. This person's turning you away because you're not enough. That's not it at all. Taurus, it's not it at all. Do you understand that it's always them? Like it's always you looking at the self, and so they get to do what they want to do. And when you look at yourself and you become the empress, you got to let them be them. You got to let them do you got to let this King of Swords do what they think they're going to do. You have to it's like being a parent, right? Like you don't want your kids to fall and skin their knees, but how are they going to know how to patch up someone else if they don't fall and skin their knees, right? Maybe that person's supposed to be a doctor. How are they going to be a doctor if you don't let them learn how to doctor their own skin knees? And I think that's this here, the death card. It feels like you finally get yourself into the flow where you're just going to go with life. You're not going to go against the current anymore. Because I feel like you've been going against the current, like, come on, twin flame, come on, twin flame. Whether it's energetically or physically or verbally, it feels like you've been waiting on this twin flame, and I don't think that you're supposed to. Because like I say, it doesn't matter if you have a twin. What matters is the lessons, and your twin can give you a lesson from a distance. What matters is that you get the lessons. You're evolving is what matters. And that's what a twin is for. Look, everybody thinks that a twin flame is supposed to be some I don't know, top of the mountain kind of relationship. Oh, look, I got the top of the mountain. I got the best one. That's not what it's about. It's a lot of terrible arguing with yourself. It's a lot about recollection of who you used to be. And it's a lot of really looking at yourself in a harsh, harsh light. Because a twin isn't here to be your lover, your best lover. That's not what it is. Your twin is here to help you evolve to the next life and the next life and the next life. And that's why you end up chasing each other for lifetimes. And it isn't until you both have enough wisdom that you can be together. You're at the fork of the road, people, here. And I think that it's time, right? It's time for you to make the decision. Got the 7 of Pentacles, got the Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Look, things are going to be great. I really do think that you've waited long enough. We've got the 7 of Pentacles here that tells us that. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is change. It's upheaval. It's change. The Tower is the upheaval, but for some people, change is upheaval. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're a fixed sign. And not only especially, but, you know, fixed signs notoriously have a hard time. They're kind of stubborn, don't want to move, don't tell me what to do. And that's kind of like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of aggravating because it throws a lot of change into the middle of things when you weren't ready to change. That's exactly what the Tower does. I feel like the Tower for me is mercy because you end up on the right path. The Wheel of Fortune is just a bit of a pain in the butt because there's going to be a lot of changes coming. Some are good, some are bad. And they're all going to end up being changes that end up working in your favor. Look, you're going to be releasing the twin flame. And I feel like you're at the fork in the road where you're making a decision. There's the decision. So it feels like things are about to go crazy good for your Pentacles. I just want to say, as I'm looking here, we've got the Wheel of Fortune with the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. There's going to be a lot of growth, which is going to give you a lot of balance. It's going to make you busy. And I think that's going to be the saving grace here because I think that there's something that's coming up, an opportunity that's going to make you super busy, that's going to grow your Pentacles like crazy. So I feel like you are going to be so busy with this that I don't necessarily think that you'll be thinking about this too much. not being able to make the decision, or not being able to come together with, or being stuck in the idea of this deep soul connection. Look, it's beautiful to have a twin flame. I feel like you are going to release, whoever I'm reading for, you're going to release the twin flame because you're at the fork in the road and you need happiness. And I think that's what the release is. Tell me about the release. Ooh. The release is the Page of Wands. Look, I really feel like when you decide to finally let this twin connection go, the one that maybe is hard on you, maybe it's been harsh for you, maybe it's been terrible, maybe it's been a bad experience for you. I feel like when you release it, Page of Wands is here. I feel like you go on some sort of a new path, or you get some sort of communication with someone who is the King of Wands. Look, so there is somebody who is coming in here, someone who's very confident and well off, someone who has their pentacles in order, someone who might be a business owner. This person runs life by their passions. They are Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It feels like you will get a message from this person. And I don't know how you get the message, to be honest. It feels like the release of energy, making the decision to release this bond that you have with this twin flame, I think is what's going to bring this in. It's going to bring in a new connection of some sort. Tell me who the King of Wands is, please. The King of Wands is the Four of Pentacles. Someone who's been holding on to you and not been saying anything. Someone who has feelings for you. There is somebody here who already is in your world, in your wheelhouse, in your vortex. And I feel like this is somebody who could be Virgo. They could be Gemini. Look, we have the Lovers card here, right? We do. Someone here has been holding on to you. They are a fire sign, or they do have prominent fire. All right. We've got the Five of Swords. Why is that? Oh, we don't necessarily agree on love. Got to heal that disconnection in verbalization or saying things to each other. This might be a hard communication. Maybe that's why you've shied away from it. If you already know this person, this King of Wands, you might have had harsh or bad communication with them, or communication that just didn't work. I think that you can heal it though, because I feel like you are showing up here as the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you can heal it. Any disagreements or things that we can't, I think we can move past it because the Six Swords is here. It feels like you can move past it. Yeah, as it comes up in the future. And the Sun is here. You're going to see everything for what it is. It's all good decisions. It's all healing. The Temperance is here. All right. I'm going to stop blah-blahing. I'll go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you. Love to hear you in the comments as always. Love y'all. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.